Crypto's hard, man. I mean, it's actually pretty damn hard. You know, there's pumps, there's dumps, there's scams and manipulation. It's definitely not the market that it used to be. I can pretty confidently say that. It's definitely not the market that it was whenever I first started. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie. It truly fucking sucks sometimes. And recently I've noticed that a lot of people have just been quitting and been giving up and having these thoughts and these doubts of, maybe I'll go invest in stocks, or I'll just go buy gold. Gold is simple enough, right? That I'll just go buy some gold or some silver, or I'll go start a business, or I'll get into real estate, right? I mean, I think we've all in some capacity had these ideas like, maybe we just go do something else. Maybe we just go invest in something else. And matter of fact, I've actually seen a lot of people do that. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of people just sell all of their crypto and go buy Apple stock or Tesla stock or Nvidia or whatever it may be. A lot of people leaving crypto and go and do other things because crypto is hard. But, I get it. I do understand why people do that. And hell, I'm diversified. I have investments in basically every major asset class. But the truth is, and what I wanted to share today is that everything's hard. And I think a lot of the people who've left crypto recently, and a lot of the ones who are having those thoughts of leaving crypto to go to other places, they're going to recognize that everything is hard. People say, all right, I'm gonna leave crypto and go to stocks, but then they don't realize that stocks are hard because you're taking a risk still, that you lose 100% of your investment, even though it's less likely. Yet you're going to generate less gains. The stock market will not produce the same amount of gains over time that the crypto market will. It's just not, it doesn't have as much upside potential. And so, yeah, you might be invested in the stock market, but what if a real bull run starts and stocks are going up 50, 60, 70%, but crypto's up 300, 400, 500%? That's hard. That feeling of FOMO, oh yeah, that's hard. That's just as hard as anything that happens in crypto. Or, people say that they're going to go invest in real estate and they have no idea what they're getting into. Real estate's harder than crypto, man. I genuinely believe that, because not only are you taking on the risk of, losing your investment, but you're taking on the risk of going negative because you get sued. You could be out tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. You're dealing with maintenance workers now. You have tenants. You have IRL problems. You got air conditions going out. I mean, real estate's difficult, or people who leave, they go to business. I'm gonna go start a business. I'm gonna take my money out of crypto. I'm gonna go start a business. Business is even harder sometimes. Business is even harder sometimes because you are problem solving every single day for survival. There is no day off. There is no, I'll close my portfolio and look at it tomorrow. That doesn't exist in the world of business. You got people who are relying on you. You got employees who need you to pay them. You got all of these clients you're serving, the value you're giving. Business is hard too. And the truth is that, again, as I mentioned before, everything is hard. Look, I'm someone who has hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in stocks, hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in real estate. I have millions of dollars in equity in private companies. And none of them truly are easier than others. They're just different. And at the end of the day, what you'll have to end up doing is just pick your hard. You have to accept and realize that everything is hard. And just pick your hard. Find out, okay, what am I willing to struggle for? What am I willing to go through and struggle for? Because what I've come to realize over the last couple years is that the pursuit of a life worth living is just hard in general. Sure, you could just be average. Sure, you could just have a job and have no investments and just kind of sit back and relax all day and not have to worry about a stock portfolio or a crypto portfolio or whatever it may be. And that may seem easy, and that may be easier. But now that I even say it out loud, the truth is that living an average life is hard. Why? Because oftentimes human beings, we have a craving for more. So even if you don't invest, even if you don't have a business or own stocks or whatever, that's also hard. Life is hard. But every single avenue that we take, every route that we go down, it just has its own difficulties, and it has its own trials and tribulations. It has its own things that are going to mold you and merge you into the person that you're becoming today. And you need to pick and choose, truth be told, what hard is worth it for you. But as someone who is in real estate, in stocks, in business, I've cleared that board for the vast majority of the last couple of years. I can confidently say that to me, the hard that crypto brings is worth it. Why? Because it presents an upside opportunity that is disproportionate to every single other asset class. I have never generated the same amount of gains from stocks or real estate or bonds or anything that I have from crypto. And so at the end of the day, crypto's hard is worth it for me. And you just got to decide if it's worth it for you.